I got to live at the house.
Oh, yeah. Your wife isn't quite as lenient, huh?
She lets me get away with a lot. So.
Yeah. You got to pick your battles.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Turn Left podcast. I'm your host, Ethan Ayers. We got episode 60 in the house tonight. Special guest Bo Tuck. If you want to support the show, Venmo Turn Left podcast, all one word. I thought you were waving at me, but she's popping a top back there. I was going to say, it's a good backstage noise. Oh, you're supposed to make it loud. Either way. Tune in. I'll introduce everybody here in a second. Stamps over here. Yeah. Stamps, yeah.
Wow.
I've been sending out merch. We got merch. All right, everybody. Welcome back. Like I said, Turn Left Podcast, episode 60. Very special guest, Bo Tuck. What you been up to, buddy?
Oh, not much, man. Trying to get it done.
Yeah, man. Thanks for, like I said, a couple months ago now, I guess it was. You visited backstage right after Southside Speedway.
Yep.
Made the unfortunate news. Thanks for coming out again. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Especially on last notice, too. I hit you up last night like, man, you can come on tonight. And like I said, I wish I would hit you up earlier, but
oh, heck.
Yeah, I'm glad you're coming on, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And like I said, always a joy to talk to and everything like that. You got plans this season? What you doing?
Yeah, got Mike Chapman in a U-car this year.
That sounds pretty dominant. What you got going on? You said we talked a little bit before this. I told Bo he was not allowed to come over prior to 10 minutes before the show.
That's right.
Because we get along too well and we talk too much, and then
oh yeah,
we get too much said before the podcast starts. But you already got it painted up. What color are you doing?
Went all yellow.
There you go.
Just like in 2017, it's going to be a little bit different fonts, but it's going to be yellow 07.
Yellow 07.
Yep.
Dixie paving car?
Yep. I'm half owner on this one.
Ooh, that's
so
what
I'm more invested this time. So
even more so.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Do you plan on running at Dominion or Langley, and do you plan on running for points?
That Dominion Championship sounds good, but running everywhere sounds good. So we got to see how it plays out.
Yeah. What's up, Gary Fox? What's up, David Burden, Ronnie Vance?
Yeah, Ronnie Vance better be listening.
Yeah, he ought to be. And I'm still going to talk to you about Fixed by Computer, Ronnie Vance. What's up, Jennifer Fallon? All right, we're going to, I guess, pry more into that. So you plan on running for points maybe, but still traveling a little bit. You might go to Langley. You might go to, I guess the only other place would be maybe Shenandoah you might go to. Would you consider going there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It looks like a lot of cars may be going to Shenandoah, reading the Facebook page and all that. So if you got 10 or 15 cars at Shenandoah, it'd be a heck of a race.
Yeah.
I think
Shenandoah's
a
a great track.
And it's always good weather up there. It's not usually as hot and sticky during the summertime as it is at Dominion. So I think it'd be nice to ride up there and check it out.
Yeah. It is somewhat hot, but yeah, you're right. Not quite as
not
hot.
As bad.
But it's very competitive because even the fast cars and the slow cars, there's so much track there. You can kind of make it work somehow, and it's very competitive.
Yeah, I love that track. I really wish it had some more oomph to it.
Yeah, I wish they could literally airdrop it right in Chesterfield County.
Oh, that would be
perfect.
Awesome. That would be awesome.
Especially now. But yeah, it's a great track. I mean, it's got a lot of character, and the view is great too. But
yeah,
to be honest, I don't really even care about that aspect. I mean, I do. It's great to look at, but that aspect isn't what
Yeah, I know. It's
entices me. It's more about the track, and like I said, if you could, or like you said, if you could get 15 cars there, or even when there's they have low car counts, but even when there's 5 or 10 cars there, it can get really interesting.
Yes.
Like I said,
it's
such a wide track.
Yeah. Really mix it up. So many different lines, so many different angles in and out of the corners. It's crazy and always a good time.
So y'all might end up there a little bit, but you're going to concentrate on Dominion?
I believe so. So if Chapman's listening, he better get ready. So.
What color rims are you running?
Chrome. You got to have chrome.
Bringing that heat. Team Chromies now.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
There's some decals still on the car that say Team Chromie. So
Really?
We got to talk to Alex and see if he lets us in on that or not.
Yeah, I think he said he's going to travel a little bit. He's at the Dominion show right now or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the Dominion Awards
He's at the
banquet.
banquet.
Yeah, at the banquet.
Sorry.
I didn't even
Not or
realize
whatever.
that was today.
It's a big deal. I'm not trying to downplay it. Sorry, but
Yeah,
what?
you know, Southside used to have those back in the day. It was always a big deal. Everybody wore a suit, went in there. It was, you know, so NASCAR, they really want you to represent and go in there, and you have a good time too. So it's
something
all
like
good.
that. Like it's not during race night, so and it shouldn't
Right.
be, in my opinion. Like
Right.
Southside's switch doing during race night.
I'm
Which
just
I never agree
glad
with.
they're able to have a ceremony this year.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Especially the times they are.
yeah. I went up there last year with Todd and Shannon and Cameron Ruggles, and it was a good time. It was in like mid-February, I think.
Oh yeah,
So
around the same time. But
Yep,
pushed
around the
back
same
a little
time.
bit later now.
when stuff was normal.
Yeah, before anything happened back then.
Yeah.
I mean that was before anything technically dropped.
Yeah.
We're coming up on a year of the show, and some of the first episodes, I was like, "There's no way that they'd shut down Southside and stuff like that." Like I
Yeah,
said those in some of my
I
first
remember.
episodes.
And
you
then,
know?
bam, you were sitting here by yourself for a while because nobody wanted to come over.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna kill me.
Oh, my gosh.
So true. Really threw myself to the to the wolves. Because not only that, but I've been keeping up with other podcasts and stuff like that. They're like, you do them by yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
They think I'm an insane person.
Yeah.
Not an insane person, but like they're like, I would never even try to do that.
I know. It's a lot.
It is, yeah.
It's a
like,
lot.
I only try to do them sometimes now, but yeah, I didn't realize I was really shooting myself in the foot there. But all right, well, yeah, obviously the world's changed completely now. What do you think about the new age NASCAR news of the new winners? You got Michael McDowell, you got all these new
It's mind
first-time
blowing.
winners.
It's mind blowing. But that Daytona 500, he was in the right spot, and everybody in the world knew Joey Logano was going to throw that block.
Yeah,
Watching that, and you knew it was too late, but he was still going to do it.
yeah,
And
you kind of have to, or maybe.
Roger Penske's got deep pockets.
Yep.
I'd be mad.
Yeah, I know.
know. Oh my
And
God.
Kozlowski was kind of involved too, but
Yeah.
it's kind of
Well, it was Logano then Keselowski, and they both.
it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah. And then the second race was won by,
Well, Christopher Bell.
yes,
Yeah,
road course race too.
and didn't just win it. He chased Logano down from like 10 seconds back.
Pretty impressive in
Passed
my
him
opinion.
and left.
There's
Yeah.
no way you can't give credit to a road course winner unless it's like it comes down to like everybody runs out of gas in the last lap and you end up
Right.
winning or something like that.
But
Then
road-
I understand that.
Road course racing is exciting to me. I like it.
I love it, and
I
not
love
only
it.
that, but there's no more, in my opinion, test of level of talent. Like
Right.
going around in circles is just as hard, like way harder than anybody would ever think it is.
Yep.
But really, I mean, driving one of these big heavy cars
Oh,
through
yeah.
a road course is incredibly
Yeah.
hard.
And
I can imagine. I don't know, but
and the way the cars are now, sucked down to the track, the aero drag, whatever. If you're in second, you're at a disadvantage. It's just like following a tractor trailer down the highway. The wake of the tractor trailer is the same thing in these cars.
yeah.
And that's at the road course. It didn't have that involved. You're going through all the turns. You can actually drive and pass, and they weren't letting up on the passing either. I mean, fenders,
Yeah, I know.
tires, whatever. But it's good racing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm excited for these guys. It's just, I'm just curious as to what you think this season will, because they're not doing much practice. They're not doing much. They're only qualifying at certain tracks, aren't they?
Yeah. But look at all the sim work they do now.
That's true. But does it really translate?
'Cause,
I mean, it does, but does it fully?
Yeah,
It's never 100%.
last week Kyle Busch went on the radio and said, "This is nothing like the sim." He was raising Cane,
Yeah.
and you're thinking about it. Yeah, I guess that is all the practice, the sim work. So
A lot of times it definitely helps. I mean, that's where
Yeah.
William Byron and a lot of these guys got their start and their pretty much their entire career, as far as I'm concerned, is from.
oh yeah.
They wouldn't have a career if they didn't start there. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
But God, what did William Byron ever do before he got there? What, Legends? How do
Yeah.
you make that jump?
To late model?
Like, I don't think
No, he
he
raced
even,
late models. Yeah, yeah.
Did he really?
Oh yeah.
I thought he only went Legends and then got into some other stuff.
No, he raced late models for a while.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Did you ever know that he was racing? He was at Southside Speedway racing.
Yeah, in a
Legends.
Legends race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had Joshua Thomas's or Daniel Thomas's transponder when he flipped and like
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he got flipped by somebody. I mean, it was a Legends qualifier race, and it was like people from Las Vegas, North Carolina.
Yeah, it was big. It was big, yeah.
And, people wrecked, or he got flipped pretty much. Like, there was a collision, and then the tires, touched, and there was a big flip. I think he was part of it, and like I said, I mean, had Joshua Thomas's or Daniel Thomas's, somebody comment in on that and let me know. I thought I've got it now TV, like I said, live.
Oh,
we got a new setup live.
Yeah.
I got a TV where I can see everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah.
We look perfect. You look beautiful, by the way.
Beautiful.
But the text is a little small.
Yeah.
This is the first trial, but the text is a little small. What's up,
glasses?
Kenny Allen? Maybe. I may, need him. What's up, Kenny? What's up, Chapman? Legends is Southside. Yeah, we know Chapman. So I can't beat him. It's just I got to look close. Makes me feel a little old, too. Like,
Little squint.
Yeah.
Little squint.
Happy 40th birthday to Alex Ayers, my brother.
Oh, man, that was hilarious.
Well, we talked about it later, and I'm like, because now that I'm not in my 30s yet, but everybody thinks I'm older than him, so everybody should just go ahead and say I'm 35, 36. He's 34, by the way.
Ooh,
so everybody thinks I'm older than him, so now that we're in our 30s, even though I'm not, I was talking about maybe I should have just said 50th birthday, and the joke would have worked a little bit better because a lot of people, we were both like, a lot of people believed it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't really a joke when a lot of people were like, yeah, happy 40th.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was. I was laughing because I knew, but I was laughing. And I couldn't believe he didn't get the 34 on 3-4.
I know.
Because he's such a number.
Yeah, him and Bud, all of them are number people big time.
I got him with that the other day. It was awesome.
Hammered him. Well, yeah, like you said, I'm surprised he didn't come up with that, like, his own post, like 3-4 and 3-4. But yeah, so I should have gone with 50. It would have been farther away to believe.
Well, next year.
I didn't think about the fact that we're getting up there in age, and 40's like, yeah, they could be 40.
Yeah, once you get 40, they're all the same.
Well, that's why I commented on there. I'm like, trust me, bro. Don't feel bad. If people can believe you're 40, they believe I'm 43, 45.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting. But that's the way it goes. Trust me. I mean, I'm not happy about it.
It comes quick.
I'm not happy about being the oldest brother in the family, and I'm the youngest. It's like,
Yeah.
It happens, though. When you treat your body like an amusement park. It doesn't age as well.
No.
And I've got a mullet, too. It doesn't look that good. But
I don't know, man. The mullet takes all 5 years.
Does it?
Right? It's got to.
I think the beard adds 8, though.
I can't grow one, so.
What?
No.
I thought I've seen you with a beard.
No.
You've always got a full
I can
goatee.
get a goatee, but I cannot grow a beard. I
say usually the sides of the goatee is the hardest part, and you've got that full.
Yeah, well, Oh, well. It just hides the chin. That's all it does.
I think you do it. Let's touch back on Southside Speedway. I mean, last time we talked was literally like a couple days after the incident, and we talked a little bit about the future of really nothing. But have you gone by there a couple times? Have you thought more about it? And also, I want to ask you because we talked a little bit about that night, but you've been going there longer than I have, and I don't know. Maybe what was your favorite times, like your favorite races or something you've ever seen there?
And if you were
before I was around,
in the early to mid '90s, that place was on fire.
Oh, I can believe
big names, stands were packed. I mean, I remember sitting when you were in the stands and ran out of seats.
Yes.
And you're sitting in the walkway going up the stands.
I kind of remember that actually as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So that racing, you had 20 late models, and it was just incredible.
30, 40 grand stocks. I mean, who was you grew up during the, we were watching Laval Bulldog and Tommy Tatum and all these grand stock legends, Bobby Curtis maybe even.
Yeah.
Please help me name more. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect anybody, but.
That Bobby and Billy Morris battled it out for the championship, came down to the last race.
Tell me more.
90-something, and I think Billy had won like 15 races. Got disqualified, and Bobby had won one race but won the championship. That was big back then. And the Charger class was huge because my cousin Mike Farmer, he actually had a Charger car, the same yellow 07 Skid, and so I was always glued in on that race. You had Tommy Tatum, Mike Greathouse, Randy Adams, the Minner brothers, Tony and Kevin. I mean, it was just stacked. And that Charger division, 5 or 6 guys any night could win the race. You really could. Until Greathouse kind of like the next year just walked away from everybody and
Dominated.
yeah, he dominated. I think it was 96. Mike's car with Brad Skeldon got the championship, but I think it was like 5 wins versus 14 wins for Greathouse, something like that. But it was just consistency. You had to be on top of it every week. You couldn't have a bad week, or you were out of it.
Yeah.
So.
And then he eventually moved up to late model anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he won a lot of races in, the late model limited, whatever they called it back then, in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And in fact, 04, 05, 06, that late model class racing then, that was some good racing.
That's true.
John Eversole, Greathouse, you had Michael Perkins, I think.
Bugs.
All kinds of people.
Late model, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good racing. So.
Dodson probably even.
Oh, yeah. I think Dodson was in
later
modifieds
2000s?
right then.
Yeah, I was saying maybe later 2000s.
He had switched to modifieds. And wow. I mean, the modified class is... They've had good races throughout the years, but a lot of times Thomas Stinson just showed up, and if he showed up,
Dominates.
you were watching him win the race.
Him or Kyle Wood, they're really the only ones
throughout
time that can really,
that have stayed at it.
Yeah. There's a couple of hot guys that come in and year out.
Yep.
And Chris Hopkins obviously dominated that one year. I hate when I hear that noise. Whoa! The studio is shutting down. I lost power.
The world went south.
Yeah, but like I said, obviously Chris Hopkins dominated that one season when he was driving, a different car. But throughout time, like you said, Thomas Stinson or Kyle Wood is really the only one that could run with him, week in and week out throughout the years, year in and year out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So, like I said, what would be your favorite old memory of Southside Speedway in old time? Obviously, in my opinion, the racing in certain divisions, late model, U-Car, really those two. Yeah. I'm going to just stop it there. They really got really interesting there before it closed down to where it was, like especially the U-Car races. I mean, between me and Chapman and BJ and Trevor and Jamie and Alex, and it just got to where it was so anybody could win every single week, and it was just always a tight battle because the field was, the top 7 were not even a tenth off.
Yeah,
the biggest late model kind of got that way too.
Yeah. I would like to say if Southside ever opened, I want to see B.J. Anderson win a U-Car race.
I know.
The guy, he's right there.
I know.
He's
Breaks my
always
heart
right
too.
there. And,
I know.
but that was Southside. You had to be on your A game, especially if that field was tight. You couldn't give or take anything. It would get you.
Yeah, I know. That was the fun part of it. Is just it's so tight racing. It's almost like a Bowman Gray maybe, but not quite. Not that. But almost better to watch because you've got more grooves there. You got more lanes to work with, and it's
And look at the high and low groove in the last few years at Southside. I mean, the asphalt was worn out. I think the last repave was in like 93, 94, something like that. I think 93.
Maybe even
so you're
before
looking
that.
at 20-some year asphalt you're racing on. It was like washboard. So that second, the high lane came in, especially like in the U-Cars and all. You could, you and Chapman had a race where y'all finished fender to fender, right? Literally, yeah.
And I kind of came out of the turn 4 thinking about really turning down into him to try to slow us both down and just knock both cars out of control.
Right.
Not to spin them out into the wall, that'd be insane. And by doing that, I think I lost myself the race. If I would have just kept straight, I might have been able to beat him. But it's hard to say. I mean, both him and I waited over the radio to hear who won the race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was kind of for sure that I lost it, but I did. But I literally got 3 or 4 people on the way out of the pits, out of the tech booth, mad at me. They were like, "You won that race, you know that, right?" I'm like,
"Okay."
No, I didn't.
Really didn't,
I was pretty sure I didn't when the race ended, and then they told me over the thing that I didn't.
Yeah.
And somehow, like I said, they were mad at me that I didn't win the race and that it wasn't up to me whether I won the race or not. It's like, well, like I said, they were passionate about it, which I understand. They were trying to be supportive of me, but they were like I said, they were just mad. And like people I didn't even know, they were like,
Yeah.
you won that race, right? And I'm like, slow down.
That's when you're doing something in racing.
And I
when
didn't,
people that
by the
you don't
way.
even know come up and tell you that. I mean, you're. Hey,
yeah,
I'm
I
here.
guess.
But
like I said, they were in support of me, but they were still somehow like they weren't mad at me. They were mad at the decision, but they were yelling at me for it. 'Cause they,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like.
Eh.
I didn't know. I didn't want to argue with them. Like
No.
I didn't actually with her. You know, he's like argue with somebody that's trying to support me. It's
it's
like,
kind of I know it, man. We'll get them next week, and you keep.
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
That's
I'm like
it.
I know.
We'll get 'em.
Yeah, like I just said, like yeah, I know. I won, but I knew I didn't. I'm like, yeah. It's such a weird concept.
You don't want to make the crowd mad.
Yeah, it's like this is a weird predicament. But yeah. So you've been crew chiefing, spotting. You've been doing everything for car owning for a long time. Give us your not only list of tracks you've been to and spotted at, but obviously you've been going to a lot of NASCAR races too. So
Man,
maybe
really
those
not.
first.
The only NASCAR races I've ever been to are Richmond and Martinsville.
Well, those are two of the best ones.
But
I've
you
never
know,
been to Bristol either.
No, I'd love to. I've been by it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Like
been
on
by
a
it.
Monday morning,
We
I
have
was
together.
Yeah.
I was traveling for work and drove right by it. But I've been Southside, Langley, Dominion, Shenandoah, so all the Virginia tracks, I guess. Watched races at South Boston. I was going to spot at South Boston one night, I think, for Mike Rudy, and it rained. I think this was back in like maybe 2015 when I was hanging out with Shannon Moreno a lot. We went up there together, and
She's never. And you've been to South Boston, though.
yeah, I've been there a few times. And that one time I was in the pits, it rained that night. Nobody got to race. It just dumped and flooded the whole
Old
place.
Dominion.
I never went to Old Dominion. I was supposed to go when y'all went up there. I was going to go with Mike Sutphin, and I didn't get to go. Really
You've been
wish I
to New
had.
Dominion a bunch of times, though.
Yeah,
Obviously.
yeah, I would have loved to have seen the old track. Heard a lot of good stories about that track. But I've been down to Southern National a few times. I've been to Wake County once, I think. That was a good time. That was way back when Mike Chapman was driving the Primer Gray Beretta.
You were down there then, or you went to the same
I
track?
rode down there with Todd.
Oh yeah.
Todd's cousin and uncle were in the first year heavy in that Walls Clash, and we went down there. Todd's uncle won the championship that year in it the first year.
Oh yeah, I do kind of remember that.
Yeah, had that like
busted
Clint Boyer
car, but it
looking
was way back in the
07,
way.
the black one.
Way
Yeah.
back in the day, though, it was like one of those busted U cars.
Yeah,
Not
it
busted, but like it was,
It ain't like the U cars now.
Yeah, it was
No.
some top heavy like Ford Escort or something
Yeah.
like that. But they were good back in the day.
Yeah, I was joking with Todd. I was like, man, I don't know how to tell you this. I'm on the radio. I was like, you just got passed by an Escort. I don't know how to. I don't even know how.
What are you going to do with that?
Well, yeah, but I think he was driving Todd was driving like a 2.0 automatic Sunbird or something. His cousin had given him.
Yeah, those aren't
It
good.
was just putting around, having fun.
What are you going to do?
Yep. And I was supposed to drive in that race. Todd's cousin had a 4-door Volkswagen U-car. And, like, the
Sounds
bars
like a
were
nightmare.
with the door post in a 4-door.
Uh-huh.
So the roll cage is really tight. I get in the car, the seat's fine, but I'm like, what do I do if I have to get out of this thing? I
Yeah.
was like, I'm out. But Mike Suffin was with me, and he got in it and drove at that race. It was fun.
And you have a little bit of a driving history. You haven't just owned and crew chief
Yeah,
and
a
spotted,
little
even
bit.
though that's what you're.
I think I drove
Known
in
for.
maybe 5 or 6 Grand Stock races, a few of the old Enduros,
Yeah,
way
like shoe
back in
stock,
the
and
90s. And,
Well,
No,
it wouldn't be called anything now, but yeah, enduro, street stock.
yeah, my first one was in 95. I was like 16 years old. Somebody
Really?
gave me a car. Oh, man, this is awesome. Me and my buddies tore all the interior out. Still had a stock bucket seat. No roll cage.
Back when
And,
you just had like little lap belts and.
Yeah. Went into the first, turn one, turned the wheel going through the corner, and I'm halfway out of the seat. The G-forces are just, and I'm
Slid
like,
you all the way over the
oh, yeah,
passenger side
we're
almost.
doing something wrong.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Well,
Car ended up overheating. I was kind of happy when it did, because it was 3 and 4 wide. People are slam, bamming, knocking
whole
you
time.
around. It reminded me, in Days of Thunder when he's sick, but he's back out on the track, and everything is just going by. That's what it felt like.
yeah.
That's
Like
what it felt like.
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, it was
remake,
crazy.
Yeah. Like, how are they going so fast? Help me, Oprah.
Is that the other car?
or please Jesus, Oprah,
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Oh, man.
All right, so what would be your favorite track of all time? Doesn't have to be driving or, just your favorite track to go to.
It was always Southside.
Yeah.
It really was. It was home. I've always been living like within 10 or 15 minutes of Southside.
If I cry, I'll cut it
Yeah, I
out.
don't want to cry, but I can. Yeah, I mean,
I'll edit it out.
yeah.
I won't.
I've enjoyed going to Langley. Langley would be my second.
I've only been there maybe 5 or 10 times. I mean, not
Yep.
maybe raced there 5 times, maybe been there 5 times. But
I got to drive there once, and that was awesome. I drove.
yeah, I think it was in that race.
Yeah, I think you and Alex were both in that race.
I
That
didn't
was
do
when
well.
they started us from a dead stop on
Yeah.
the front stretch. Oh
I
my
got
god!
smoked.
It was
They didn't tell us
crazy.
either. It was just,
No, they just were
like
sitting there.
sitting underneath the flag stand, and then all of a sudden cars started going by. I'm like, what's going on?
I was lucky enough to be paying attention. The guy was standing there like this, and the pace truck pulled in the pits, and I'm like, "Oh no,
Well, I didn't even know when I got there that they did red
Yeah.
flag, green flag. I thought they had cautions.
no!" It was
Yeah.
throw out the red flag. You had to stop. It
So I
was-
hadn't done that, I don't think, ever in my life. Which was insane that they would even do that. Like, what? It's such a weird concept of racing. Like, I understand a really, really long enduro race, but I mean,
Yeah.
if the laps are under 50 or 75, what are we doing with the red flag, green flag?
I know.
They had some really interesting rules at that track, though. Like, not even just the red flag, green flag. I was with you at that race, and we weren't in the pits. Like, we were just parked in the back pits. Like,
Oh yeah, and out the field. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. I
It
love
was, and
that.
it was fine, but I got screamed at by an official.
No open toes.
Yeah, I
Oh.
had
That's a
sandals
rule
on.
every
It
track.
was-
Yeah, that's every track.
We weren't in the pits.
You got
we
your
were
toes
in
out.
the
We're in the
field.
back
We were in a
pits.
field.
We were in the
We
back
a-
pit.
No.
You were in the fence.
Yeah.
Oh
No, I had to wear.
I'm not arguing
I
with
had
you.
to wear
now.
his work
yeah,
boots.
don't, I wouldn't, but I will. I agree. Well, she's salted because she
I
wore
got
sandals
stuck
there.
wearing his
She didn't plan on
boots.
working on the car or anything. So she's like, I don't need boots. And then she had to wear my size. I don't have that big of feet.
18
size,
and a half
no,
or
no,
whatever.
size 10 boots around all
But that's a
day
lot
because
for
she
a
literally couldn't
female.
walk around unless she had my boots on. I wore my racing
You
shoes
know,
all day.
You
because-
could have gotten some duct tape and just taped over her toes and let her fly. That would have been cool.
I was,
Would that be? I don't know. I
That
feel like
would've
that
been
would have been
better.
disqualified by the
That
tech
would've been
shed,
better.
by the shoe tech shed that they
Oh.
were running there. Like they're literally coming around and like because we were out of towners, they were just trying to make everything hard on us. So that's another bad thing when you go
Yeah.
to. I feel like Dominion is bad about that kind of stuff,
Right.
but something about Langley is worse about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
they
that's the
really
bad
don't like
thing.
the outsiders.
No. Not unless you show up with 3 cars with you. Then they love you. Like that race, we brought 3
And even then,
street
they
stock
don't-
enduros.
yeah.
We had the 2 Sutphen cars, and Todd had the Malibu.
They love to see you there, but they don't love to see you win.
Oh no,
Yeah, so that's my problem. Or not, they just, like I said, they try to make everything complicated for no reason.
Yeah, they want you to fill the field, but they don't want you to beat them.
Yes. And that's an issue when it's literally, I don't know. I don't want to get into that, and I don't want to get into
No.
talking trash about tracks.
Not at
but,
all.
But I will, though, too.
It's like-
It's out there.
It's out there.
And surely some would say that Southside does the same against them when they try to come to Southside.
Yeah.
My defense to that would be nobody ever tries to come to Southside, so everybody just chill out. Especially now, it's closed down. Easy for me to say. Not
Yeah.
trying to make a right hook here, after the fight is over. But
I know.
nobody comes to Southside.
Nobody really.
I can
ventured to
name
Southside
literally
from the
3
outside.
drivers that came to at least our division in the past couple years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 3 drivers that race there.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
I
Strange.
can literally name 17 that went to Dominion and Langley.
Yeah.
Everybody was so afraid.
Oh yeah.
And then now the Southside Speedway closed down. They're like, I always wish I got a win at that track. And I'm not talking about the people that raced there, every
No,
Friday. I'm
not all
talking
the
about
time,
like all
but
these
the people
other
that-
towns. Like, oh, I wish you never even tried, dude.
Yeah. Southside was an equalizer.
Well, kind of. I'm not even trying to say that.
People
It's
came
just
in.
like,
They had to beat the track as much as the cars there.
I just wish people would have tried more. Like,
I do too.
of course, it had a stacked field, so it made it that much more intimidating. But I don't know. Like I said, there was so many guys going to Dominion, even before. I'm talking before Southside Speedway closed.
Right.
Too.
Right.
Even when we were doing 2019 stuff,
Right.
there was so many guys going to Dominion weekly
Yep.
and Langley weekly. There was never anybody ever coming to Southside other than the Southside Speedway guys. And what's up with that?
I don't know. I don't know if the outlaw track persona kind of ran them away or what. I don't know.
Either way.
Plus, you know, if you run at Dominion and you run at Langley, the same license gets you into either track with the NASCAR license. Where at Southside, if you came to race, you're buying a whole other track license. You know, you're paying the back gate fee, all that stuff. So, plus
like a lot of excuses,
the tires at Southside were expensive.
They
I'm gonna
were.
put that out there.
They were that. They were that.
You know, the one thing that always got me about Southside, I hated that I could take my kid Braden with me to every other track. Comes right into pits with me. At Southside, no,
Yeah.
can't do it. It's like,
You gotta give him an INX
yeah,
license like he's a driver or something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I bought an INX license for him, I looked into it. I had to buy one for myself
As a parent of the
as a
INX
parent.
thing. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to go in for that, and it wasn't 25 a week; it was 35 a week. If you're an INX person to go in the back gate at Southside, it was 35.
It's probably
a
one of
week.
those things you have to pay year round too. It's not even like during the season. It's like this is getting insane.
It's like a $150 license and 35 a week, and I was like, you know, if he were 13 and more into it, yeah, it might have been worth it. But at 9 and 10, it wasn't. So
Yeah, no, I agree. What's up, Corey? What's up, Jennifer?
is Corey still awake?
Corey Bradley.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's still awake.
He's a young
Yeah.
buck. He said he works with you now.
Yeah,
Good worker,
we have
huh?
a good time. Oh yeah, good worker.
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
Plus,
And
he
everybody's
goes
a
and
big
gets
fan
lunch
of him.
every day. You can't beat that guy to go.
He what?
He'll go and get lunch.
Oh, I do too.
I mean,
I
yeah,
gotta
love
go
that.
out. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get somewhere.
Hey man, what do you want to eat? 11:45. Hey man, what do you want for lunch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
hungry.
thinking about it at 9:45.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, where are we going? I don't eat breakfast either, so it kind of
I don't
sets me
either.
up for
It's
failure.
bad. So,
Well, no, it's not bad. It's good, actually. They say
is it good not to eat breakfast?
it's like intermittent fasting, kind of.
We're getting called out again here.
You don't know.
I do know. It doesn't count as intermittent fasting if you're eating until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Very
Yeah.
fair. I wouldn't say I was doing it. I'm just saying we were always told throughout our whole lives that the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And then a lot of people
Yeah.
that are trying to lose weight, they do intermittent fasting, which means like eat between noon and 6 only. It's like your feeding window.
Yeah. That late night eating kill you.
He
Yeah.
eats dinner at like 1 o'clock at night every night.
I don't have a problem. I'm not trying to lose weight, so I mean, I'm not trying to make recommendations via my habits. You know,
If you
I'm
need
just
to
trying
lose
to
weight,
say
I'm
that
dead.
I just have done enough research to know that the intermittent fasting thing is a very good tactic
It
for.
is popular.
Yeah, it's very popular. Very popular diet. I don't do it. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you not eating breakfast isn't necessarily a bad thing.
All right, cool. I feel
Or me.
better now.
I've never eaten breakfast since I was like 10. None of this matters. If anybody would like to know what I have for breakfast tomorrow, follow my Snapchat.
Well, it's Sunday. You have to have a good breakfast on Sunday.
I did have bacon and eggs this morning. It wasn't bad.
Oh.
All right, so we talked about your driving career. What is your favorites? What's your favorite track? We talked about that a little bit. What's your favorite NASCAR track to watch on TV?
I love the short tracks or the road courses.
I love the road course too, dude. I don't know why everybody hates.
Favorite short track though is Martinsville. I would watch a race there over the other short tracks. I don't really look at Richmond as a short track anymore. It doesn't drive as a short track. Everybody gets strung out. I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean, I would watch a season of Martinsville races if they decided to do 12 up in
Yeah.
there, like a
Yeah.
mini.
kind of.
series.
I'm kind of excited to see what happens with Nashville. That was out in the news yesterday.
It's coming back.
The Nashville mayor signed an agreement with Bristol Motor Speedway, Speedway Motorsports, to come in and renovate the track, put it up to NASCAR
Standard.
regulations, standards, so they can get a date there. Dale Jr. was there when they were signing. It was big news.
Somewhat
So,
serious.
for the Cup Series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
What do you think about this dirt Bristol race they're doing? You excited for that? Can we
I
look
am
up
and I'm
some,
not. I'm
NASCAR trivia.
The 250
Yeah.
laps on a dirt track. I'm talking to dirt track people like Corey and such. It seems crazy.
Why?
Well, your typical dirt track races are shorter.
Yes.
Like VMS. What are their biggest races? 30 laps, 40 laps, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 50 or something.
So you got to look at the care and the
Track.
wearing of the track coming apart. changing, whatever. Something happens they can't fix. So these people are riding through ruts. I don't know what's going to happen. I hope it all turns out good, but it seems like that would be a great 100-lap race. It just seems that way.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to. I think you're right. I haven't thought about this, but wouldn't every NASCAR race be better as a shorter race? Maybe.
Yes.
So then, what do we? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
isn't this just a conversation that could be had about asphalt tracks too? That maybe dirt track drivers are bringing up because it's the first dirt race that they've had. And
Maybe. That's a good take. But yeah, that 3.5 hour race on a Sunday afternoon is a good nap time.
well, not only that, but it's not as much TV exposure for individual sponsors or all sponsors put together. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. All right, you're watching the race. Commercial comes on. What do you do? There's usually one of these involved, and you go
I watch
and
it
get one
contently, and I never turn it off, and then I buy their product right away.
every day.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, sorry to
running for
bosh whatever
Congress?
you're saying. Sorry,
You running for
I
Congress,
went
too?
totally devil's advocate on you, but so yeah, you're right. You don't do anything with it, but that's what I'm saying. You usually, if you see Tide on the race car, you don't necessarily go to the restaurant. I mean, the restaurant, the
Grocery store,
supermarket anyway,
right.
grocery store, whatever, wherever you shop, and choose Tide because you realize it's $4 more expensive. I do, and you don't do that anyway. So
No.
yeah, the sponsorships do play a role. They wouldn't do it if it didn't, but there has to be a role with how much airtime they get.
Yeah.
If the races present that much shorter, because every other sport they play like baseball, they play 4 games a week.
Yeah.
Same with basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same
Good
with
point.
NHL. They're
Good
like
point.
best out of 7. Like all these sports are best
Yeah.
out of 7. So NASCAR is the entire league one time per
Yeah.
week for
But-
only if we were to reduce the races down,
Mhm.
you'd have the entire league of NASCAR racing for maybe an hour
Yeah.
once a week, and it would just
But-
not be enough airtime to make it keep up with.
That's true, but I look at the racing aspect of it.
That would be so much better. I agree with you there.
The first 400 miles of a race are what?
Nobody cares about.
Hang around and get to the last 100 miles. Last 100 miles are go. So what if you just have 100 or 150 miles?
I agree.
What? I don't know. What if you had an A main and a B main and they were both 100 laps?
But I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to do with the stages and stage
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3 and shit.
And I don't agree with the stages.
I don't either, but they're trying to do something kind of like I
I
said,
know.
what you're trying to do.
Yep.
Not what you're trying to, but
I'm
it
not-
is a point of interest where, and to be honest, it does make it more exciting as far as like fantasy and as far as like fantasy NASCAR and as far as like
I haven't
just-
gotten into that. So
sometimes like I will catch myself watching the end of stage 1, like, oh, who's gonna get stage 1? So
Yeah.
I guess it kind of works.
But it's the
unfortunately.
goofiest thing in the world. I think one of the
It
races
is.
last weekend, they had a caution with 2 laps to go in the stage. And then they came back to green for 1 more lap to finish the stage.
Yeah, that's kind of silly.
That was weird. Like, hey,
And the stages in themselves are just playing cautions, pretty much. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
get kind of weird and kind of confusing, especially when nowadays they have on top of the stages. Nowadays they have sometimes preemptual cautions. Or
well,
you know
yeah,
what I
every
mean?
race now has that first caution, the competition caution, because they're getting no practice. What if we'd have ran a
See, I try
25 lap race at
I know.
Southside and had
I
a
try to be
5-lap
too old
competition
school.
conference?
I try to be progressive. It's
I
just
know,
like
I
I
can't.
feel like I'm a 70-year-old man, and I'm
Yep.
just like, what the fuck are we doing here?
They're saying
man?
racing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is,
Man, come on.
I'm so frustrated with how many,
Hey, But they're trying, so I applaud them.
I feel like I'm living during the Obama administration. Like, I don't like change. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ. But really, there's a lot going. It's like the lug nut thing. Even they're switching to one lug nut.
Yeah.
Really, that doesn't matter to me. But it's just like
Well,
so much stuff at once.
to me, it just takes out all the guys running around on 4 lug nuts.
Yeah, I know.
You
And
know?
I don't mind the stages stuff. I'm not trying to talk trash on it. I
Oh,
really
no,
don't
I'm
mind
not
it.
either.
I almost enjoy it. I'm
It's a
trying to-
good break. If you're watching it sitting in the chair, you definitely got an excuse to get up and get some more beer. I mean,
Yeah, that too.
hey, great.
Free caution.
Yep.
Free beer break. I agree, but
Yep.
then, like I said, the competition caution on top of it. It's like,
See, if they were smart, all the stages would be sponsored by different beer companies.
oh yeah, I mean that seems much too obviously true to even deny, but
Yeah.
that'd make too much sense.
I don't know. We might have stumbled on something there.
Well, do they still do the qualifier, like the qualifier, pole qualifier, if they have one, is sponsored by Coors Light or whatever?
I would
They switched to
imagine.
Busch for a little while, but now they don't do that many qualifying.
Yeah, it's back to Coors Light, I think.
Is it?
Yep.
Because they don't do qualifying every race. It's
Right.
like,
I think Daytona was the only race they had qualifying
thus far.
thus far. I don't know what they'll do later this summer.
Probably depends state by state.
I guess if they go to Texas, they're wide open, right? Because Texas.
Or
May
Florida.
10th. Yeah, Florida too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Florida though.
Yeah, you can lick somebody's tongue in Texas.
Hey,
What kind of a saying is that?
No rules. Texas, baby.
Texas.
Yeah, I apologize for that. What's
Get
up,
you in
Jordan
trouble.
Bell? Jordan Bell. Like I said, the text's a little small, so if I pronounce your name wrong, I guess it is my fault, but what am I supposed to do?
How'd you get Jordan Bell wrong?
I don't even know if that was right or wrong.
Oh, okay.
I still don't know because now it's past, it's like scrolls up.
That's another guy. He had 1 year at Southside.
Oh, that was,
Yep.
you know Jordan Bell?
Yeah, he
See, that's the thing. I see a bunch of
running it
names
on-
I don't know them. So I just
running
say,
in
hey,
the
who?
Grand Stock class at Southside,
Oh, yeah?
2019.
Well, that might have been him.
Yep.
I
Give
shout
him a
out,
shout out.
names that I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So, it's like I didn't know who he was anyway. I was just
Okay.
hoping I pronounced his
Yeah.
name right.
I think he was Rookie of the Year, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but
Really?
I think he was in 2019 Rookie of the Year.
You trying to die on hot sauce?
You know, we can always die. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's like the 2021 motto. Like,
Well,
We can always die.
In fairness, Bo, it is one of his quotes when I say like,
Me and Alex. Oh yeah.
yeah, mostly you and Alex.
They
you're
can
like,
die.
Yeah, they can die. What should we do about this guy? Well, he can die.
He can
That's
die.
Bo and
I
Alex.
mean, he's
is
out.
Alex Brock, that is, that we're talking about.
Oh man, you gonna get that guy in trouble.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to bring me over some beer samples and stuff like that. I was supposed to do some beer samples,
Oh,
cider samples, I guess you'd call them. He's
Nice.
got a couple of different beers he's been brewing up. He says they're pretty good, but
well.
I told him, I was like, I can't, if they're bad, I can't say, that's good. You know, I have to give a real taste test here. I'm not, like, this isn't sponsored, this isn't, and even if it was, I can't just drink something shitty and be like, that's great. If I ever get a beer sponsorship or anything like that, I will taste it first.
This is the best beer ever.
Yeah. PBR I can deal with if it ever happens.
I see there are some PBR fans in the
I
house.
say Tina is backstage pounding them
Well,
bastards.
I had a
It is
guy
a hard
tell me
one.
last week that was on here. I'm not going to mention his name because he was on here, but he said Bud Light is what teenage girls drink or something. I don't know how he said it, but he said he actually drank a PBR here and it was good. So
I know.
I told him I was going to walk away. So hey,
Yeah, we got more PBRs if you want to switch over to man beer, but
it's funny with PBR. I think of either old men drinking it or hipsters.
well, I think the funny thing about this story is whoever mentioned that probably didn't even drink beer during the show, so it might be a little skeptical.
I think
huh?
he may have been nervous. Who knows?
Yeah, well, you could use one even before.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're right. Though.
Probably texting me quitting now or something.
Yeah, you mother effers. Don't talk about me. Dude, I'm telling you, everybody loves Corey Bradley, though. I mean, I haven't had a show hit 1,000 since Chris Johnson was here, and his
That's crazy.
his is already 1.2 or something.
Yeah.
Not to talk logistics with everybody,
There
nobody
you
cares.
go, man.
But
That's awesome. He's a good guy.
yeah, dude, everybody loves Corey Bradley.
I want to see him win a bunch of races down there this year.
Yeah, me
He
too.
needs to whip up on him.
Yeah. What are your favorite? Because last time you were backstage, I might have asked Chapman, but even if I did, it wouldn't matter because I never asked you. What are your favorite drivers in each division? And there will be limitations to this question. You can't
yeah.
choose your own driver, Michael Chapman. You can't choose me.
No,
if
I'm not
sitting
going
here.
to choose him.
We'll start out with Bandolers, though. Do you know any?
Bandolera's, I know Peyton Lee's grandparents and dad a little bit, so I'm going to go with Peyton Lee on that. But now, of course, he's not in Bandolera. Looked like he was practicing a late model at Dominion.
Whoa,
So-
that's a big jump. All right,
Yeah,
so other
big
than
jump.
him, can you name another one? All right, move on.
I think you have to be a fan of rally music.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it's Phil Warren's Grand.
That's the answer I'm looking for.
That's a race. That's a race winner.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see that name for a long time.
A bunch of them.
Bunch.
All right, what about legends?
Hey. Yeah, you'd have to say Tommy Jackson Jr. because that's the only name I know in Legends. I don't know many Legends people. It seemed like at Southside, like we would always follow Legends, or Legends would be after us, or while we're in the text. It's like you never get to watch a Legends race at Southside. So I apologize for that.
And to be honest, it usually is a pretty good race between the top 2 or 3, but that's it.
Yeah, but
like the 4th through 10th, if they can even find 10, they're not even within the ballpark.
Yeah,
you know, like Tom Jackson, Chris Lilly, and these boys are fucking working these people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Ryan Matthews, I guess maybe, but
yeah. But you know the way Tommy Jackson races and how he presents himself, you got to be a fan of his. I mean, this class act. You can't go against a class act.
I agree. He's kind of like Austin Dodge. It's like
Yep.
good, clean, smooth. Doesn't ever do anything wrong.
Right.
It's like there's no way to hate him.
Calculated.
Yeah.
Just-
There's no way to dislike him. Well, yeah. There's no way to. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move up to mini stock, U-car, whatever you want to call it. Can't choose Chapman. He's your
No.
driver. Can't choose me.
I'm gonna choose
choose
BJ.
Alex.
I'm gonna choose BJ Anderson
Bam.
because I actually knew BJ in the past.
He's
and
like, I wouldn't choose y'all anyway.
when
You guys suck.
Hell
Kim-
yeah.
me and BJ were roommates like back in 2004,
Oh, I
2005.
forgot about that.
And he shows up at the racetrack with a U-car, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
I got a U-car.
Hey, bro.
Hey, man, he runs his butt off. I mean,
Dude, he's good.
saw him win a big race at Dominion.
Oh, one of
And, man,
the biggest.
When that guy gets to victory lane, it's
He
a party.
loves it.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
party. You want to see that guy win because it's going to be a fun victory lane.
Oh, dude, they emptied a keg all over his
Oh,
face.
yeah. It was
live
awesome.
upside
They
down.
had to, like-
He did a keg stand upside down, which means they poured the keg on his whole head.
Yeah, they had to put stage ride down, run
It was
cars.
big.
It was big.
That's amazing.
It was big.
It was real big.
I think the next time he wins, they're going to have him go out back to do his victory lane.
I loved it. And, you know, he would have definitely gotten it at Southside. It's just...
He was so close. So
just
close.
so many times. It's
Yeah.
just, you know... you know, I don't know. I feel bad for it too, just because, like you said, he was so deserving of it. It's just the cards never played out, and this is what happens sometimes. So BJ's your favorite. BJ's everybody's favorite. He might be coming on next Saturday.
He better. Get on back in here, BJ.
Chris Phillips is coming on Friday.
Oh,
Fan-based
awesome.
show. Yep.
That'll be a good one.
Yep, Chris Phillips coming on Friday if anybody's interested in that. And you better be.
I'll be watching that one.
But he's coming, CR Phillips, baby. And then, like I said, maybe BJ on Saturday. And then we actually have a stand-up comedian coming Sunday from Fredericksburg.
No kidding.
But he just traveled down to Texas and met, like, Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe and all this kind of
Oh, man.
I'll give you more details as it starts to come out.
Sticking tongues together or whatever you said? I don't know what you said earlier about
You
Texas.
can touch tongues in Texas.
You can lick people's tongues.
Lick people's tongues. I got to remember that.
So bizarre.
If I go to
Yeah.
Texas, I got to remember that.
Yeah, I might have gone a little crazy. But anyway, so we might have a triple header. I never thought about that until just now. We definitely have a Friday guest. We definitely have a Sunday guest.
Ah.
And we probably have a
He's gonna
Saturday
put
guest.
you
for
a
our
cot
triple
out
header.
here, it looks like.
Hmm?
Roll of the eyes.
What?
Looks like you might be getting a cot out in the podcast studio.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, the house is still being worked on, so
Well,
I
that's
can't
good.
I'm taking too much heat.
That's good.
We did U-Car.
Yep.
I guess Grand Stock would be the next one up.
Yep.
We did, Bandolers,
I
Legends.
pick
U-Car.
Austin Dodge.
I don't know if you can right now. No, because he's one of your drivers. You gotta.
I can't pick Austin Dodge? Well,
Everybody else can.
so I have to pick out somebody I never worked with?
Yes.
Wow.
No Todd, no me, no Chapman, no.
No kidding. I'm sorry about that, Austin. I can't pick you. But,
He would have. Dodge knows. Everybody would have picked Austin Dodge. You're the only one though that have made it not allowed.
man.
It won't be allowed for Bud either, but
I
They haven't
can't-
been cleared
I
to come
can't
on
pick
yet.
you in Grand Stock because
no, it's just said
you
no,
drove
not
one
me.
race in
You
that
can't
car.
pick me anything.
Golly, this is hard.
And you
That
wouldn't.
vote goes to Tommy Tatum then because I never worked with
Ooh.
Tommy.
He's a beast,
but-
though.
Yes. For years, if Tommy was there, you were running
was
for
trouble.
second. You know,
Yeah.
you were trying. I remember he came back after like 4 years. He hadn't even been there when Southside had a 100-lap grandstock race. And this was probably 07, 08, somewhere like that. And we're sitting in the stands, me and Ryan Hudson, some other people, and I'm like, and we always bet $1 on your driver. I was like, I'm picking Tommy Tatum. And they're like, man, he hasn't raced in 4 or 5 years. I was like, there's my
He
dollar.
took a 4-year hiatus
Yeah.
and showed up for the longest race of the
Yeah,
year.
he had never run a 100-lap race.
Impromptu.
Yep. He wanted to run a 100-lap race and showed up, and I think he qualified like 5th or 6th, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're taking your money. Well, about lap 18, 20, somewhere like that, he takes the lead and starts pulling away, and people were throwing dollars at me. Shut up. I don't even want to hear it. Shut up. And
He won the race?
He's a beast.
He's a beast.
Good guy, too, just down to earth. And,
You have his number?
oh, yeah.
You think he'd be coming on the show?
Man, I don't know if he'd come on. I guess he would. He'd be an awesome one to have. He's been around a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, I've never even really... He's like one of those guys that, like, you don't even really see. Like, he didn't even hang around the pits too much. Like, it's like, he hangs around, like, he sits in his truck, and then the race starts, and he hops in the race car. You know, like,
He
you
just
barely see him.
appears.
Yeah, you
Appears,
see him
gets in the
walk from
car
his
and
truck
takes
to the
off.
car, and that's it.
Yep.
So, like, I've never met him or anything. But, I mean, I know him.
Oh, yeah.
I watched him race, you know.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw the red and white 62, I knew what was up.
Yeah.
What about your favorite NASCAR drivers? No. We haven't gotten the late model modified yet. Go to
Or
late model
Endo
modified.
Street Stock.
Huh?
You missed Enduro Street Stock. You went straight to Grand Stock.
That is all the same.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Enduro Street Stock. Who's asking for that?
Man, if I have to pick out somebody I didn't run with in there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Golly. Well, I never worked with y'all on street stock.
No. Yeah, you didn't work for. You could have run against them.
No, I never worked with y'all in the street stock, so y'all were always the ones I was pulling for. Spent a lot of time with Ryan Hudson in street stock.
Too hot?
And Mike Sutphin, we were always running against y'all, but... Oh, did it die? Or
No.
did you get hot?
No, I opened the door because I'm about to, like,
What,
pass out.
Are you eating hot sauce over there already?
No,
or-
man,
No?
I'm
No.
sweating like a whore in church.
Oh, no. Weren't you cold earlier?
I was.
Yeah,
and now
that's
it's
kind of the point
95
I'm getting
degrees.
to. It's like,
well,
yeah.
It's not time for hot flashes yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually getting whiplash because the temperature changes here right now. Are
It's
like,
bad. I just kind of like...
Yeah.
Damn,
all right,
Close that
I
door.
just needed a moment.
Oh, it's good.
I hear
I'm
you.
not
Go
complaining.
outside. Don't
We're
ruin
just
the whole
having
show.
fun.
Tina catches hell.
Tina catches it.
Yeah, she does. But we love her.
We do.
I guess she didn't have a microphone, but it's these.
Yep.
All right, so late model modified.
Man, in this modern era, late models was always Chris Dodson.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
modified. That's an easy answer because everybody loves Chris Dotson. I do too.
Yeah.
I like Eddie Johnson too, but modified. Modified's not a more challenging one, but it's I don't know. It's kind of not divided, but
Modified's always pulled for Kyle Wood. He's always like the underdog. You always want to see the underdog win. Not calling the man an underdog at all.
but he was just as good, but still
Yeah.
somehow an underdog.
Yep. I've never seen him be
He ran just as well, but you could tell he didn't
belligerent
have
to somebody
quite
in
the
the
stuff.
pits or anything like that. He's always upstanding. I mean,
That's true. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen him get mad at
I've
anybody.
never seen him yelling or throwing things or anything like
He's
that.
a big
so-
mofo too. He'd be
Yeah.
scary if he got mad at you.
Yeah.
Beat the piss out of you.
We don't need that.
Yeah, no. He's like 6'4".
That's the one you don't
I don't know
want
how
to make
tall he is.
mad.
He's a big guy.
That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
you don't want to make mad is that quiet guy.
Yeah.
Because they always explode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of true. What about I was about to get into it a minute ago. NASCAR then and now. Like, what would be your favorite NASCAR driver back in the day? You were an Earnhardt guy.
Man, I was a Davey Allison guy. And then Davey passed and started being a Jeff Gordon guy because Davey Allison was driving the Ford number 28 in Cup.
The
and,
Thunderbird, Jank.
And
Something.
Jeff Gordon was in the Busch Series and the Baby Ruth car was a Ford. So Then he started with Hendrick, and I was all number 24, you know.
I don't know the timeline as well, but yeah, it does kind of
and
make
then-
sense. Early 90s, huh?
It was 93 was his rookie year.
Jeff Gordon's rookie year, but
Rookie year
I guess
in
Davey
Cup.
Allison's final
The
year
year
of his
Davey
life.
Allison died was Jeff Gordon's first year,
Yeah.
93. There's like a couple pictures up of them standing on pit
Sound bad the
road
way I said
beside the 24 car talking. I've got a couple of those pictures. They're pretty cool. But
That's interesting.
stay with Jeff Gordon, but I think like the 97 Daytona 500, Earnhardt flipped. My mom was a huge Earnhardt fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there watching it, and that's the race. He got out of the ambulance, looked at the car, and all 4 tires were still pumped up.
And he got back in it.
Yeah, reached in, cranked it up, and got back in the car and went to pit road and finished the race. I became an Earnhardt fan that day. And
He's
you know,
a bad
that way-
mofo.
He was bad. Pulled for Junior after that. You know, Junior was cool, popular.
Nick, you were a Junior fan for a long time, huh?
Yep. And nowadays, it's pretty much anybody besides Keselowski or Logano.
That's not the question, Bo. You have to pick one.
Ah. Man, you
Under
know.
Pressure. Is that a song?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
No, you just made that right up.
Yeah, I think you should.
I think you
go
should write
big with it.
songs.
I think that if any song ever comes out like that, they should pay me credentials from now on.
Yeah, that was like
Something.
an original. You just made
It's
that
so
up.
hard to pick a favorite. It's so hard. I mean,
Under Pressure. Made that up.
I guess my
Well,
favorite.
There's like
Sound
8
clip it.
full body cardboard cutouts of Kyle Busch in this garage, if it helps.
This isn't Bo's garage. I'm asking him the question.
But I am a Kyle Busch fan. I just don't know that he's my favorite. But
I know.
I like how he drives. I don't like the way he acts sometimes. To me,
Well, yeah,
that's
definitely. Yeah. I love
Yeah.
him. I love him inside the helmet.
Yep.
Once he
fans,
takes his helmet off.
Sometimes you
Change.
just want to be like, man, let me jerk a knot in you and get it over with.
Yeah, I
and
know.
It'll be cool.
But
You know
who's
what
your
I mean?
favorite? Who's your favorite now? How on and off the track? How they handle? If you were a NASCAR Cup team and all the drivers were free agents, who would you pick up tonight?
If you go ask a question like that, you go with Chase Elliott.
Yeah, he's past year's champion.
You know what I mean? He's no
I don't blame you.
Ryan Blaney.
Hmm?
Ryan Blaney. I like Ryan Blaney.
I do
really
too, but I wouldn't.
He needs
wouldn't
to.
be my driver.
This should be his year to pick it up. But I tell you what, Matt DiBenedetto, spit that out one time.
Mm-mm. He would not be my driver.
No,
No,
actually,
I love
like,
him
he
too.
was
I think
taking.
I think he can drive just as well as any of the others,
Yeah.
but it's like I have to have the proven stats.
Yeah,
Me personally.
but
Like to take those guys over somebody like Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Joe Logano, that would be insane.
yeah, well,
Or Chase Elliott. You did say Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
to
I did
begin
say
with,
Chase
so,
Elliott,
I mean,
but
you,
yeah, it's
you
a
still
white-
win. But
that's a whitewash answer. You
yeah,
know
I
what
know.
mean?
But to say the other guys before, like I said, that would be crazy. I would have to choose Kyle Busch and all these other, Keselowski, Joe
And then
Logano.
Raw-
by the 8 cardboard cutouts in this garage.
Yeah. Raw
I
talent.
got them for free.
Raw talent. Kyle Busch.
I did pay
Kyle,
$20 for
Kyle
them.
Larson. Those two are the raw talent.
Kyle Larson, yeah.
Yeah.
That's saying you'd have to pick him over any of those. I mean, Kyle Larson has more talent than Matt DiBenedetto, and now he has a better team backing him. There's no way that you can pick
Yeah,
DiBenedetto.
I
I would
know.
love to, but
I know. You
What?
can't pick him, but
You've asked him to answer this question like 8 different
He
ways,
doesn't-
and
he
he's
doesn't
like
like my
giving
answers,
you
so we just keep
3
going.
answers, and you're like, nah,
Nah,
no, no,
I'm
that's
throwing
wrong.
that one back. I'm
Wrong
throwing it back.
answer. It's like,
listen, Bo. I'm going to tell you your answer right now.
oh yeah,
But no, really, like I said, 9 times. DiBenedetto, that's great. I'm a big fan of him too, but
yeah.
like I said, if I were to pick my driver, I wouldn't necessarily be him.
So,
What about...
are you ready to die?
for
Is
what?
it time to die already?
Is it? I'm getting excited.
I can die.
We have a new host of the show. I'm not ready to die.
You're not ready
Bo's
to die
ready to
yet?
die. Yeah, yes,
Bo's
we are
ready
ready
to
to die. Do you have any sponsors you want to call out before you die? Literally. While you can still speak.
Want to give a big shout out to Alan Marshall.
Oh, yeah?
We actually took the car to him, and he sprayed the yellow paint on it
Did
this
he?
year, and it's like glass.
Oh, yeah? Have you
Yes.
already gotten it back?
Yes, I picked it up last Sunday, and he joked. He goes, "Man, if we'd have put one more coat on this thing, it would glow in the dark."
Are we
So,
going to die?
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you allowed to show me a picture? We don't have to show the people.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
Can you do it to me right now? And I won't show the thing. We can build extra animosity.
As long as opening my phone up
You don't want
doesn't
to come on
kick you
camera?
off the air.
The heck, Tina? Everybody wants to see your bod.
Did you go on camera?
Is this
No,
fish
I don't go on
sticks?
camera.
What is this?
Fish sticks?
Those are the chicken nuggets we have.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
They're just a different breading. Those ones are better, actually, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, if you eat them the way they
So
are.
there's the mock-up of it.
Oh, that's not it, though. Okay, but do you have any pictures of it with the glass paint? I want that.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I don't want to show the fans because they don't
well, you
deserve it.
Everybody needs to see pictures.
You're getting a
I'm
little
just kidding.
aggressive tonight, man.
I'm just kidding. They do, but we can't show them yet, can we?
I don't.
You can hold it up to the camera if you want.
I can.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah, show it up to the camera if you want to. I
show
thought
it
we were
right
trying
here?
to, like, I don't know if you were holding a
I
secret
don't
until
even
the
know
season
that
began.
you can see it. Look, it is some pretty
So
yellow.
you have to
I
hold
think
it up,
screaming
like,
yellow.
right
they
up to
called
the
it.
camera. Let me see that.
You go ahead.
It's like mustard. That's like yellow.
Make
as
it sound better.
Well,
Maybe-
no, but
yeah.
it's just super
Well, may-
yellow.
Well,
like
maybe
it's
it'll
Hey.
sell some corn
pigmented.
dogs. and
You know what that
can
color
say-
is?
Huh?
That's Turn Left Podcast Yellow.
Yellow.
That's what that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Patented, branded. Turn Left Podcast Yellow.
There we go.
Beautiful.
How much would you like to die? And what about Chapman?
Chapman says he can't see it from the car, so it doesn't matter from inside the car.
That's true. I can attest for that. He's very much right, and I never care anymore.
I think he'd have it pink if he could. I really do.
I had a pink
The
car now.
best.
Like I said, shout out to Chapman. He wanted to come on tonight, but he was like, he's vacationing, and you're like working
I
on the
think
car
he's in
and
Europe
building
right
it up.
now or something.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
his
like
villa. I
so.
don't know.
Your drivers just get to vacation week in and week out, and like you get to build the car and work on it all weekend and like stress out about it. I mean, what kind of lifestyle is? I mean, what's going on? I mean, do we need to talk about this?
No, we're good.
I know. I'm just kidding.
He's commenting.
I just
right
know he's
now.
laughing. Okay, yeah.
What is Mike Chapman
I was
saying?
just trying to get a
right
rise out of him, but
He said something.
You want
yeah,
to
I mean,
race
he's
in the
just
yellow
like,
car?
yeah, he's on like the Cancun or something right now. He's like
He's
drinking a
somewhere.
margarita or like a pina colada.
I
He's
just
like,
hope he's not walking around in a Speedo or something.
he's
That-
like,
that
yeah,
would-
I'm getting Bo to do my press interviews right now. you know,
Yeah, so I'm just here. You
so I
know,
can drink this
PR.
margarita.
Yeah.
This bastard.
It's like, how do you do that, fella? How do you do
I
it?
know. How does he get away with it? All right, Bo, pick one.
What are we picking?
Whichever hot sauce you want, and I'm not gonna guide you.
What kind of order are they in? Come on.
They're not. Really
They are
in
not.
order.
They're in a
Alright.
mixed match order.
So this one says scorpion on it.
They all say death.
They all say death.
Yeah, they
Triple
all
X.
say you're pretty much gonna die.
Bo, I'll tell you right now.
Uh-huh.
No, don't even do that. I want it to be a random pick.
No.
'Cause we always guide the guests.
Yes, because I don't want to send them home in like stitches.
Well, he can die.
I won't-
We talked
I
about
won't
that
have
earlier. Remember,
stitches.
that's your
Yeah, I
quote.
mean, I
He
can
can die. No,
All
you
right.
don't.
Well, if you're
Don't
really
die.
like feeling suicidal tonight, that wicked tickle will light your ass up.
Don't do that.
Really? I'm not doing that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would go
well,
all the
the
way left
last
or all the way
tab-
right.
All the way left or all the way right?
All the way right is not even really like a hot sauce. It's really
Ghost
just
pepper?
like it's like
It's like a.
Texas Pete.
Give me the
Yeah.
scorpion stuff. It looks like there's more in it. Why is
Okay.
there more in that
It's
one?
full because I just got it. Go for it.
You just got it?
A couple months ago. Yeah, or a month ago.
Have you not tested it?
Oh, I've tested it.
And
Not.
It's
were
not-
you able to
it's not
sit
pleasant.
down for the next week?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not as bad as those other two. Like she said, if you really want to
You know,
fudge yourself up,
I get no
that's
royalties.
a double meaning somehow. Actually, when you get into the hot
Am
sauce
I going to
play.
need Tux medicated pads after this?
You might.
You might
You might
need
need
some.
witch hazel. Yeah.
No
No,
relation.
you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you do those other two, you might need Pepto-Bismol.
All right,
Like
so
they
what do
will
we-
straight up give you hemorrhoids.
How do we do this? Just a drop?
We'll just pour a big pile of it, and then
Oh,
and
okay.
we'll dip.
And then
Pour
you
a
can
big
dip.
pile
Yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah. That way we don't anybody.
Did I need to shake it up first?
No. You'll die either way.
It smells warm.
Are we?
TJ's
You want some?
commenting. He's telling me to run for my life.
I
I
will.
bet.
TJ, he doesn't know what TJ doesn't even know what's going on. He does have the sauce at his house. I will say
Right?
he's a big hot sauce follower
Yeah.
himself. He has this hot sauce at his house. He has tried it. He has died off of it. The problem is he's never had not the last dab XXX, but the one to the left of it,
Oh, the wicked.
Wicked Tickle
Yeah.
XXX. However, he was the one that sent that to me in the mail
Right.
after his episode. So he came on, ate some kind of hot sauce,
Yeah.
sent me the hottest hot sauce in the world by like records. Has never eaten it, and now he's like, "Oh yeah, I've had that one. It's pretty hot."
Yeah.
It's like this doesn't even touch. TJ, the stuff that you sent me, dude, it is like, it's so far above. It's so
Yes.
hot, dude. It's
It knocks
insane.
your hat off.
More than that, it'll knock my mullet off if I don't,
Like it like makes you want to like
It makes my eyeballs
go
bleed.
like lay in the snow somewhere.
Really?
Like it is so.
It makes my
beautiful.
eyeballs bleed. These chicken wings are cold, but we're doing
They're a
it.
little cold.
Well,
Hey.
are we?
Go
are
in
y'all
deep.
just gonna
I'm
go
going
ahead
in
and
deep.
eat, or are we not doing trivia to see who has to?
Oh yeah, we're doing trivia.
Are we doing
Or,
trivia?
I
Let
mean,
it
we
soak
don't
in.
have to. Y'all can just eat it and die.
You're doing it with us.
Yes, I always do it with you, regardless of who wins
Well,
trivia.
not really, but you have the questions and answers.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Are
now
you
that
eating
he's already
already?
suffering. What
Did you eat
year?
I tried to get some off my finger.
Oh.
What year did Jeff Gordon not win the Brickyard 400?
Did he not win it?
What year did he not win the Brickyard 400?
Did he not win the Brickyard?
Do you want
1996.
multiple choices?
Yeah. I don't need them, but go ahead.
Okay, 97, 98, 99, 96.
96.
That's the only choices?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man. 96.
Okay, 96.
You still answer.
What? Bill Elliott won the Winston Million in 1985. Which one of these 4 Winston Million races did he not win that year?
All right.
The World 500, the World 600, World 700, World 800.
Well, the only one that exists was the World 600.
Well, I don't know that.
Okay.
World 800.
So, well, there you go, Ethan. You're wrong.
Effing to you.
It was the World 600.
Didn't he, like, blow
That's
up
the only one that didn't exist?
He won the first 2.
Like,
I
I
think
got
he won
confused
Daytona
on
and
that.
Talladega and had a real bad race at Charlotte and then won
Okay,
at
so this is
Darlington.
clearly fixed. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
That was a trick question, but yeah, I'm just here to watch him suffer.
I already ate some film.
Oh, man.
So far.
What was Rusty Wallace's car number when he won the ASA title in 1983? Do you want multiple choice?
Yeah. Bo, do you want multiple choice?
I'm going to say 66.
That's Steve Wallace's number now. That would make sense. All right, go ahead.
67, 66, 65, 69.
66. At least I knew that it was. Yeah, I added a little bit to it before it was answered. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. That make I never knew why Steve Wallace's number was that.
Yeah, it was a
until now.
family number.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What place did Dale Earnhardt finish in his final race at the 2001 Daytona 500?
When he died? Jesus Christ, that's a heavy question.
In the teens.
Yeah, where did he finish when he was dead?
I'm going to say like 14th.
Do you want multiple choice?
Sure.
Yes.
15, 16, 12, 20.
It wasn't 14th, huh?
It wasn't.
20th?
I'll say
That'd be a
20th.
20th.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He got 12th.
Did he really?
He did.
His
Wow.
last race that he
His-
finished or last race that he was in?
last
the
race that he was in.
2001 Daytona 500.
Yeah.
He finished 12th.
Nice.
From 1984 to 1993, how many Winston Cup races did Rusty Wallace win while driving a Pontiac? That's a really specific question.
All right.
Wow. Holy cow.
Is that one of the
Do
answers?
you want multiple choice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. She's trying to think of the multiple choices.
I said 9.
30, 31, 32, 29. So, like, no.
He's a
30.
beast in that Pontiac, huh?
Yeah.
29.
Ooh, you're both wrong.
Hey.
It's 31.
I think I'm one down.
31.
Now.
31.
Still one down.
You're still one down.
God.
Where did Jeff Gordon finish in his Arcaday? Actually, we're not going to do that one because part of the questions.
What?
blocked. Well, I'm sorry. I
She
can't
knew
read-
it was one I would get right.
No, I
this
can't
is
read
conspiracy.
I can't read the question. Can't read the question.
Collusion.
From 1989 to 1994, how many Winston Cup races did Dale Earnhardt win while driving a Chevy Lumina?
From when?
Do you want multiple
Yeah,
choice?
that's gotta
What
be
was the
now.
years?
From 89 to 94.
Oh, wow.
28, 29, 30, 31.
30.
It's got to be 31.
30.
It's got to be some kind of fluke.
It's 29.
Oh.
I was closer.
Ethan's
Wow.
still down one.
I didn't
I think
count.
you got some hot sauce. Right?
No, I got a lot.
You look like you're bleeding from the mouth.
Oh, I
great.
am. That's not a look. That's
Wow.
real life.
What two car numbers did Dale Earnhardt use during the 1981 WC season? 28, 29, 30, 31.
31.
Do what now?
He used an alternate number during some other season.
What two car numbers did Dale Earnhardt use during the 81 WC season?
All right, so the 81 Winston Cup season was 2 and 3. That was the two car numbers he ran.
All right, well, discount a point for each one of those answers. He's now 2 behind.
Well, I think this question might be.
What's the answer? Did I get it right?
Well, no, nobody got it right because it says
The answer isn't
What is
even
it-
one of
what
the
is the
multiple
answer
choices.
then?
the answer is 31st. So I think that there's
Next
probably.
I think you
think
got
that
the
that's
question and the
probably-
answer mixed up.
Yeah, the next question.
Well, the only
The finale.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, let's move on.
What two car numbers did Dale Earnhardt use during the 19? What
Is
the
it
heck?
Same one? Okay.
Yes,
Move
this
on.
website is redonkulous. Well, that was my last question.
That was it?
Yeah, this.
Oh.
No, we need one more.
All
then.
right.
Yeah, to Google something.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
How much horsepower does a NASCAR
Fast.
engine have?
Right now?
800. No, it's 650.
You can't say because
650.
they run different packages.
Do you
No, I think they still have 700.
No, they got
650.
500 package. They got the
want multiple choice?
300s or
Sure.
700.
600, 700, 700 to 800, 800 to 900, 900 to 1,000.
600 to 700.
7 to 8.
You're both wrong. It's 8 to 9.
Oh, wow. So what are we, tied or
All
what?
right, so no, Ethan's down one,
Everybody
so he gets
dies.
to eat more than you do.
Everybody
No, it doesn't
dies.
matter. Everybody dies.
All right.
Is that why there's 5 pieces
Is that
of
yours?
chicken?
No,
I
that
don't know
was
if that
just
one's
a
enough.
serving
You might want to
size.
grab that one.
Are you ready?
All right.
All right, I'm 42 years old, fixing to die.
I don't think you got enough, though. Here's a little touch. Oh, shit. I ran a beer.
Is that hot?
Hmm?
I must have COVID.
Oh, no, you don't have any taste? Well, you didn't have any on yours. You got to really get down in there. Where's the sauce? It can be hot if you want it to be.
All right, I'm wiping the plate.
Oh, God. Be careful, Bo. Be careful.
Hey, you know.
Oh, Bo. Be careful. Hey. Hey. Be careful, Bo.
Be careful. I'm being careful.
Oh, my gosh. What a legend. Oh, man. I'm sweating now, and I only had about half as much as he did.
Come on.
Do you need more beer, Bo?
I'll take a beer.
Oh. I knocked over my light.
Is that your light?
Yeah. We never turned it on, though.
Is that good or bad?
Can we get beers? I don't know. I'm talking to the mic. She doesn't know that.
That's warm.
No, don't throw them. That'd be crazy.
We'll be like stone cold up in here.
Tina, you're not allowed to have a beer. You're a female. We're sexist around here.
Can't tell me what to do.
All right.
Hey, I learned something today. Stand up real quick. Stand normal. That's your normal stance?
Yeah.
I saw this joke where it said men stand with their feet like this and women stand with their feet together, and your feet are together, so we're good.
She has a penis.
I saw it on Facebook. It's
I do
actually,
have a giant penis. I know how to stand properly so that people know that I'm actually a female.
She already,
she doesn't brag.
read that article and she adjusts for it.
I'm just a better actor than most.
At least she doesn't brag.
Oh, it's
I'm dying.
huge.
It is.
I'm going to call it warm.
Are you okay?
I'm good. It sucks,
A
but
wimpy
it's
white male.
warm.
He has no tolerance for any of this ever.
Just because Jesse's Colombian, she thinks she can call me a wimpy white male all the time, be racial about it?
The beer makes it worse.
It does, but it makes it pass faster.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to die.
in my experience.
All right, last minute sponsors, Bo.
Well,
We got to close it out because I can't talk or speak or think anymore.
oh, you're going to make me spill my beer laughing.
Oh, bless him.
So in the car this year, we got Dixie
How
Paving Construction.
Pretty bad. It's not a good look for you.
Dixie Paving?
Yep, Chesney Automotive and Auto Finishing. I don't know exactly how. I'm sorry about that. With Alan Marshall, upstanding guy, did a great job on that paint job. And we got R&R Electrical. My buddy Jeff Richardson, since I was probably 4 or 5 years old. He's coming on the car this year, and I think I've got one more sponsor lined up. C&T Landscaping. My good friend Tyler, doing his own thing, doing lawn care and such.
Got any extra spots to fill?
I got a couple spots if somebody wanted to be on board.
And you got the legendary Mike Chapman driving the car, huh?
Yeah. You know,
Well, it seems
Chapman,
like
he's
a
always
pretty
in the show.
guaranteed deal. You got a fast car, you got Chapman driving it, you got plenty of sponsors. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this?
Yeah, we try to.
What
Look
spots
good,
do you have
run
left open
good.
on the car?
Huh?
You don't have the quarter panel. What spots?
No, the
left?
quarter panel. I've got the front fenders. I've got the rear trunk
Throw
area,
up.
anywhere like that, and I've got one small one on the side left.
Oh my god.
You okay?
I'm fine. My tongue is really hot.
Did you have more than I had?
No, you had way more than I had, dude. Yours was like, I told you to be careful because I was worried about you, and now you crushed it, dude.
He's got beads of sweat as big around his nickels on his forehead. Oh my God!
What'd you say?
You got beads of sweat as big around as nickels.
Okay.
You know, a 5-cent piece. Man, go get this guy a loaf of bread and a gallon
Oh
of
my
milk.
god.
We'll have a new challenge.
It goes like this every time.
Where's Chapman Jr. when you need him with his chocolate milk?
Yeah, I could use that gallon.
That guy.
Um,
You want to hear a funny story about that guy?
Yeah.
He makes fun of my hats.
No, I'm dying.
Can't think.
He makes fun of my hats. I've got a hat that's got like a full brim, so when the sun's out or it's raining,
Oh, yeah, like
I hate to get my ears wet. So he's always picking on my hat. So last year he's riding with us to Dominion, and we go a back way up through Goochland or whatever and come out somewhere in Ashland. We're pulling up to a stoplight, and I'm joking. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get you one of these for Christmas. Well, to the left side, there's a graveyard. He goes, what, are you going to get me, a tombstone? And I was like, I was really talking about a hat, but if you want a tombstone, I mean...
If you want to die, you can.
I
Was I
like-
saying earlier?
I actually
He
said,
can die.
I actually said you can die. So
Full
You
circle.
can die, but you don't have to. You can just wear a hat instead.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get him a nice hat, but instead he wanted a tombstone. But that's my Chapman Jr. story. Shout out to that guy.
Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody listening.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Bo for coming out last minute, brother. Shout
Thanks
out
for
to
having
you,
me, buddy.
dude.
It was
Hey, no
fun.
problem, man. Great to have you back anytime. You're always welcome here.
Thinking about giving you a ride to the hospital.
Yeah, I might need one.
You'll be
Venmo, Turn Left Podcast, all one word. Shout out to everybody. Share it. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. You do that.